Welcome to Epilepsy Thursdays, and I'm Casey. So, this entire month, I am talking to the parents out there, suggesting few things as to how to deal with your children who have been diagnosed with epilepsy. So, the very first Thursday I couldn't upload. I uploaded it on Friday. So that day I suggested that you ask as many questions to the doctor as possible. Research on as to what kind of epilepsy does your child experience, and read up as much as possible. Last Thursday, I suggested that you sit your child down and talk to them. Tell them what exactly the doctor has said, what exactly is happening to them. Because as I mentioned last Thursday, it is very weird as to not know what is happening to you, not know what the medical term is as to what you're experiencing. So it doesn't matter whether your child is a 6 or an 8-year-old who hasn't developed the brain to understand what is happening to them medically or technically, but still just sit them down and as patiently as possible explain it to them as to what is happening. Today, I am going to suggest that you hear their side as well. Listen to them. As in, of course, the doctors have told you what they are going through, what kind of epilepsy do they have. You have read innumerable articles, you have researched about it, but now hear as to what the person who's experiencing it needs to talk about it. So what happens is the emotions that run through the person's head that are messing up with the head are different than what is written in the reports. Because since we are all humans, we have emotions, we are not robots who are programmed in a certain way. So if the software fails, this is exactly what is going to happen. No, we are not that way. We are humans. So every person's programming is different. It differs from situation to situation as well. So sit them down. It doesn't matter, as I said, if it's an infant, then you can't do much about it, poor souls. But if a child can talk, even if it's a 3-year-old child who has developed communication skills, who can talk, if it's a 6-year-old, 10-year-old, doesn't matter, hear them out. They might not open out to you in the beginning, though you are their parent. They might not open up, because what happens is, usually what I have seen or experienced, usually what happens is people blame themselves. Like, even adults, as an adult, we are like, why me? Where did I go wrong to have this? So you can imagine what the child is thinking. The child might think that they have done something wrong, which is why their God is punishing them with epilepsy. So it is exceptionally difficult for a child to accept what is happening to them. So you have to sit them down, hear them out, ask them what they are going through. If they are not opening out to you, you can start the conversation with, I know you're scared. Because 99% of the times the person is exceptionally scared. And even before getting a seizure, there is this fear that triggers in a person. That is trigger number 1, which signals that yes, I'm going to get a seizure. So that fear is not something which can be culminated in words that are already existent in the language. No, it is beyond words. It is that inherent fear of survival, wherein you start your heart races. There is palpitation. There is this inert fear that you might die. That caveman fear. So I can't even explain it. No one can explain it. But yeah, so you can start the conversation with, I know you're scared. So once you open up, you can just ask them, I know you're scared, why don't you share what you're going through? Try to be their companion, try to be their, um, how can I say this? Not a friend. A friend, yes, maybe at a level, but try to be their guardian. As a parent, it is your duty to be the guardian, blah, 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 but be there for them. It is extremely difficult to share it with your own parents, but keep an open-ended conversation. That the communication should be both ways, and make sure it is your duty to make sure that the child will open up to you. So yes, till next Thursday, why don't you talk to your kids about it? So let's kick epilepsies, but let's keep fighting, my fellow warriors. And as always, love you loads. Stay happy, stay golden.